Good afternoon, First Reformed Church. Just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the church life in the age of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus that's going around, and what to expect. First of all, this Sunday, right now, the plan is that we will gather together at the church for public worship. That's with the provisions that people that Island County has designated as at risk. If you're 60 or older, that's what they say, or especially if you have respiratory illness susceptibility, please stay home. If you've been sick in this last week, please stay home. If your kids have been sick, please have them stay home and you stay home. It's okay. Like, you have my total blessing to stay home, and an encouragement that you join us on Facebook Live, because worshiping from home through Facebook Live is better than not worshiping at all. And so you can sing along, you can participate in the liturgy, speak the words out loud even, and I encourage you to join us in that way. Also, watch announcements, because I don't know what's going to happen between now and Sunday. So if we were to cancel the public worship gathering, that would be known on our Facebook page and also via email. So please watch those places for any announcements. A couple of thoughts on what we've been going through, if they're helpful at all. The first thing I've been thinking about is be still and know that I am God. And in the Psalms says that in Psalm 46:10. And for me, this is a real chance to recalibrate our lives. We've been going through the Empty and Filled series during Lent, where our lives are empty of certain aspects and then filled up with certain other aspects. And this moment really is a time of recalibration. So many events have been canceled. For me, the NBA season and college basketball tournament, just unbelievable markings of our culture that are canceled. And so we've actually been forced into a place where our lives are being emptied of these comforts, but also what can be distractions. And so I really want to encourage you to take this moment in time that God has provided us, where our lives are forcibly being emptied, and really look at what are you going to fill your life up with. And that goes for me too. When you're not watching college basketball, for instance, what are you going to be doing? Spending time with family, studying scripture, praying, meditating, fasting, confessing. These are all spiritual disciplines. And I really encourage you to take a moment to be still, know that God is in control, and what can we fill our lives up with that will help us to come to know who God is in a more revealing, more healthy way for our whole lives. And then the second aspect is in Luke 8, where the disciples are in a boat in a stormy sea, and Jesus is asleep. And the disciples, it says, in fact, in Luke 8, if you read it, that they were afraid of perishing. They were in great danger, it says. And so they kind of panically woke up Jesus, and he rebukes the winds, calms the storm, and he turns to his disciples and says, "Where is your faith?" And at that moment is the moment when the disciples actually become afraid, it says, because the power of the storm, the seas and the wind, was nothing in comparison to the power that they witnessed from Jesus in calming this storm. And I think that question, where is your faith, is really important for us right now, because Jesus doesn't ask, how come you don't have more faith? He doesn't say, you of little faith. He essentially says to his disciples, I know you and you know me. I know you have this faith. Why are you not using it? And I think in this moment, when the ground beneath our feet starts to shake a little bit, some of us are afraid of contracting the virus physically. Others look economically at the damage that's being wrought, and that is fearful. Still others are going to have a great sense of isolation as all these events get canceled. And when we're facing all these uncertainties in an uncertain future, and there's really danger in our midst, and there's even the idea of perishing comes to mind, just like the disciples. I think that question is key. Where is your faith? Jesus assumes not that they have little faith, but he knows they have the faith, but they're not using that faith. And so I encourage you all, and me as well, that we not only know our faith, but we wear it, that we put it on, that we engage it. All the times that we've spent studying Scripture, all the times that we've spent singing hymns, all the times that we've spent in fellowship and worship, all of that adds up to something. And now is really the time to wear that faith, to know that Jesus is powerful, to know that God is in control, and to know that whatever comes our way, God is with us. He says repeatedly through the Old Testament, do not fear, I am with you. Do not fear, I am with you. Do not fear, I am with you. And now is really the time to put that on and put that in place and make sure that we're wearing that faith at all times, and praying together, and just trying to discern what in the world is God doing here. So for those of you that will gather with us on Sunday, I'll see you then. For those of you who will join us on Facebook Live, you'll see me then, and I'll know that you're there, and that's great comfort for me. I'll see you Sunday. God bless you.